Welcome back to video 3 of installing our TadiBrothers digital wireless rear view system. If you haven't had a chance to check out first the videos, link them right here. Check them out first and come right back to this video. Today we're going to be installing the side cameras on our SKU system. I have a version 3, that's the SKU68256. If you want to check out any products you see in this video and more, I'll be sure to link that in the description as well as the comments so you can shop around for yourself. With that being said, let's get into it. So we got a pigtail cable to connect it to the power source, cushion to place on the back of the camera while we mount it, and this must be the camera. Solid material, and here's the adapter to connect it to the power source. Cool, let's hook this thing up. I'll personally be setting up my SKU system on the short bus I have right here. Whatever vehicle you choose to set yours up on, just be mindful of where you place it. Maybe you want to put in a spot that's a blind spot to you or something that's just more convenient to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look now and figure out where I'm gonna put mine. All right, I think we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and put mine a little bit higher up on the bus, just outside the doors. Can't really see out the windows to the right very well. I think that's gonna be the best spot for me. So once you decide on your spot, you're gonna wanna take one of these bits again, drill a hole, that way we can run the wiring through. Another thing to be mindful of when you're picking the spot for a camera, there's usually power a lot of places in vehicles like this, buses, RVs, etc. Just make sure you have a power source there, because you're gonna need to connect the camera to a 12-24 volt power source. So conveniently, right here in my bus is wiring for lighting all along the top of the windows. So I went ahead and drilled all the way through. So what I'm gonna do is run the pigtail cable through the inside. Just be easier to set up for me in there. Let me show you what I mean. So you're gonna wanna take your camera and your pigtail, plug them together and run all that wiring through the other side. So there's 3 screws that holds this camera together. One right here, and then these 2 on the sides right here. So I'm gonna unscrew them and let me show you what's underneath. Don't drop your screws like me. This ball right here, that's your camera. This is the cover on top with your low antenna. And this is the mount that hooks up to your vehicle. We take the mount part. This is once we find the spot we want it. And you'll see hole right. See a hole there, 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 and there. We're gonna take some metal screws, and then that's how we're gonna secure it to the vehicle. So let's do that now. And I won't get anything smaller than 1/2 inch when you secure this. I'll make sure she's sturdy. Once everything's lined up, screw it in. If you don't have metal screws with a tip, then you're just gonna go ahead and pre-drill some holes so that way screws can go right in. Remember I said don't be like me and drop the screws? This is where you want to go ahead and put them back on. Something that's pretty cool. But because the cover comes off, you can really adjust your cameras to whatever angle you want before you secure it in. Pretty neat. So just make sure you're pointing the camera exactly where you want it before you screw it on. It's not the end of the world. If you want to adjust it, just 3 screws, but keep that in mind. I'm going to want to point mine down a little bit since I'm going higher up on the bus. Head inside. Now that we're inside, show you what's going on. So this wiring right here that's used for the lighting is what I'm going to be running off of to power the side camera. So we have our positive cord, and these are the cables coming from the camera. What we're going to want to do is connect this camera cable with the pigtail cable. Once that's done, take your positive on the pigtail cable, connect that with your power source. Put a cap on that, pinch it off, make sure it's not going anywhere. Then we can go ahead and ground our negative wire. Wrap that around the cord. We're going to drill that into some bare metal right here. All right, that's not going anywhere. And all these wires that are dangling right now, we're going to be hitting right where the lighting already was. Now that everything's hooked up, we're going to go ahead and power on the bus. Try and pair it with the monitor. Just give it a try. All right. Power on the bus. Got our monitor right here. Now the backup camera is already paired up. We're going ahead and want to hit menu. It'll already be on the top left icon, which will be pairing. Hit OK. Then it gives us a countdown. Now it gives us a long countdown, so we have plenty of time to head over to the camera and then pair that. Let me show you how we do that. Once you get to your camera, this blue button right here connected to the camera, click that a few times, hold it down. Should do good. And then you'll see on the monitor, so as you're pairing it, if you're actively looking at the monitor, you'll see it hit 00, even if it's not at 0 yet. That just means everything's connected and it's getting paired up. We have ourselves a side camera paired up. What we're going to do next is go ahead and do the same thing we did on this side to this side, pair it up. There's just one little thing you need to keep in mind when you pair your second camera, and let me show you what that is. Okay, so we went ahead and hooked all the wiring up on the other side of the bus. Now let's pair the second camera. So before you pair this second side camera, what you're going to want to do is go to the channel that you want that camera to be paired with. We're going to go ahead and first side camera is on channel 2. You'll see that right up here. We're going to do this menu. We're on channel 3, pairing, OK, and then the countdown begins. Now we're going to head over to the second camera, click our blue button, and there we are. All paired up. Let me show you how we're looking. This is the second camera. Now that we have both side cameras paired, we can hit this button right here, which will give you a different display on the monitor. Be easy to keep my eyes on the road in front of me and now beside me. If you have any questions or see anything that maybe you might suggest will work better, leave them in the comments below. If you like any products in the video, want to check them out, search around for yourself. Always link them in the comments as well as the description of the video. Stay tuned for next video. We're going to go more in depth with this SKU system and see what it's able to do. Go over some features we haven't discovered yet and dive deep into everything that this system offers us. I'll see y'all soon.